Political science helps us to understand our reality. It actually explains the institutions and social process which underpin events which are taking place. So rather than talking about individuals and personalities, we are trying to understand broader processes which shape the world that we live in.
Everything is political, from international relations to your national policies to your school's administration and your own personal relationships. Which is why political science is such an asset to study, because it helps you move forward, understand people, analyze your circumstances, and make decisions that are very apt for you.
I think power has always been something that's fascinating for people to understand, to study, and to critically evaluate. Even more than economics, it's the relations of power that determine the shape, direction, and development of a society. Without really unearthing and without really deconstructing what are the bases of power in any given society, I think we are unable to understand the direction in which we develop as a civilization and as a society.
Politics is the study of power. So studying thinkers like Michel Foucault, Niccolo Machiavelli, and John Stuart Mill will directly influence the way in which you orient yourself in the world. So you learn things like how to articulate yourself in a manner that takes others' interests and perspectives into account, making them more likely to listen to you. And you learn how to weigh out various different courses of action to decipher what would maximize potential collective gains for everyone involved.
The political science department has a diverse faculty, extremely accomplished PhD scholars. We have researchers who've been working in the field. We also have ambassadors, and we have a very good blend of some newly graduates coming in after getting master's degrees from prestigious universities, and they kind of also help connect, with the younger student body.
I think things have changed since I was a political science student at LUMS. They've changed with respect to how readily and how often people engage with debates in politics. Studying political science as a discipline then allows us to first and foremost understand where these sort of debates are grounded in sort of theory, in political philosophies, and as a result sort of be more nuanced with respect to how we think about contemporary events.
Studying political science gives our students a good grasp of both qualitative and quantitative research methods. So students are required to take a qualitative research methods course, but they also have to take, in addition to this qualitative methods course, a quantitative methods course in which they work with quantitative data, with numbers. So by the time they graduate, they have a good grasp of both qualitative and quantitative research methods, which once again is a skill that's transferable regardless of what job you're doing or where you're going in life. It's a skill that helps you.
LUMS has a very dynamic environment, provides you a good launching pad to broaden your horizon, to develop new skills. For instance, our library is one of the best libraries in Pakistan in terms of the amounts of books covering a variety of subjects, and also we probably have the best online digital resources available at LUMS. So a number of databases like JSTOR, like Cambridge University Press, like Chicago Journals, for instance, are available just one fingertip away from you. And beyond that, we often have very distinguished and international speakers coming to LUMS delivering lectures on topics that require careful deliberations.
One of the things that a lot of our students opt to do is a senior project, which we call an S-Proj. They do primary research, and that involves students going out into the field, conducting interviews, doing semi-participant or participant observations. And so part of what we encourage them to do is to go out into the world and do their own research for their own projects, and then make sure that their research speaks to the existing literature.
We don't assume a role of giver of knowledge. We also assume a role of taker of knowledge. We mutually learn from each other. We encourage students to be open, to be bold, to think critically, raise critical questions, and we also want them to answer those questions themselves. That forges a very close relationship of being fellow travelers of an intellectual journey.
We teach them the world politics, politics of South Asia, politics of individual countries, as well as international politics. All together, this enhances their understanding of the way the world is being run today by various means, and they go for For example, competitive examinations, corporate sector, higher studies abroad, and wherever they like.